All right. Hi everybody. It's Kevin. It's time for a new episode. This is a game between two 5Qs. They had 30 minutes basic time for each, which should hopefully mean they think really good about these moves. Also, just as a quick reminder, if you are watching this, sort of like with life and death questions, after you do them, you should do them again until like the lessons stick. I'd recommend if you're trying to use this to improve, just rewatch one or two of the old episodes, see if the mistakes that I'm pointing out make more sense to you. If they make more sense to you in the old episodes, then they might start making sense in your games. That is not me trying to get more views, though. So don't worry about it. Just a quick bit of advice. So let's see. So black, white takes a corner. I don't care. This is rushing it. Obviously, I'd much rather go after the corners, but they're 5Qs. They think this is important. If I was white, I would Tanuki. Um, well, maybe not. Maybe one or two moves, but he's going to spend a bunch of moves trying to antagonize this white stone. You might as well just play elsewhere. In fact, approach the corner. If he cares about this that much, he's going to lose the corner. Let's see what white does. Of course, white responds. Hane at the head of two stones? No. You all know this, hopefully. Hane at the head of two stones. Um, you can't go into it much better than that. So what'd you do as black? Well, just look for an opportunity to come back here. So let's see what happens. Pincer. This is, I feel like, the same thing as all my other things I talk about. Just get strong. Honestly, if you do this area right here is so over concentrated, and it still has that Hane at the head of two stones problem. Um, so yeah, this black's just complicating the matter. Let's see what they do. Okay. Get strong, get strong. Go after it. Force him to capture. I would play here. Let's see what he does. He tries and struggles to get out. There's no value in this, really. I mean, you can gain territory and attack here, right? Here you're just attacking, but let's put it this way. This A group can run as much as it wants. And yes, it's weak, but as it runs further out, let's say around here, it'll be safe. It'll be safe enough. And then black will just be left with a weak group. The corner is still open. So this is sort of just get strong, take care of your own groups, get here. Because, I mean, what is white going to do? This is still super painful, right? And then look at white basically only got 10 points. And then black got this corner, and black got this other corner. So, and then look, white's corners are all empty. So even if white takes one of them, then let's say white does this. Black could just take away this corner, and then white's just left with a corner and this 10 points. It's not as useful in terms of white trying to build off of it. So yeah, easy peasy. Fight back. Okay. Give it up. And so let's say right here, if we compare this with black's opportunity right around here, black's given up a whole lot of stuff, right? Black could have had this corner. Instead, if we look at here, black's given up the corner and given white a living group. So it's a huge mistake. Okay, let's ignore him doing that. So white still has, two corners, and black has lost the corner basically. Obviously, black's gonna struggle to make this corner, so let's see what he does. But you can see how big of a mistake this is. This is probably a ginormous mistake. So hopefully you guys can see from that. He tries to live. Question is, can he live? Oh, he can. This is maybe worth looking into if it's killable. Let's see here. It's a life and death question. I hate life and death questions. This feels like the move. You do this. Tari. Because the thing is, even if black tries to escape out here, white's content with just crawling, because even if he crawls, it makes this weaker. I personally feel like this was the move, but maybe it isn't. But, you know, maybe surrounding's fine. This makes no sense. Well, I should just link up. It's Sente, first of all. It's Atari here. And then one can just play anywhere. Maybe just move here. I don't know. Let's see how long white took on this move. So black played this move. Let's see. This move. White's time with 27:55. He took 5 seconds on this move. Which really tells me white didn't read this out. So, yeah, not a good idea. So yeah, black cuts him off, which is good. Cuts him off. What is this? This makes no sense. Just keep going after him. But maybe black's afraid of a peep, which he shouldn't be. Let's see. How long did black take on this move? He spent 12, 18, 30 seconds on this, and he didn't see this. Hopefully when you see this, you can just, if your goal is to attack this, then you can just keep attacking. Especially when you're on the outside. One of my teachers always said, when you're on the outside, you're typically stronger. All the liberties are yours. Okay, so white gets strong. Black keeps up the attack. None of this seems right. This looks like the move. Oh well. Let's look for bigger problems, even though these are all very big. Holy crap. This works. Right? Now he's out. And now he's attacking. These are very, reading shape problems. Biggest problem, let's say, about this. Let's say you are this person. Let's say you do have 30 minutes of basic time. Let's see how much is it. 20. I'm just gonna read out white's time point. 26:53, 26:50, 3 seconds. 44, 6 seconds. 11 seconds. Oh wait. So yeah, I would say he's not using his time wisely. Especially with stuff like that. You have all this time on the clock, and you don't gain extra points for having extra time on the clock when the game's over. So you might as well use it when you're in a life and death situation like this. Obviously, when it's online, it's much harder to do that. But, it's the advice I would give. And he's playing Ko. Not a good code. But sure. Yep, that's weak. So, this is a problem. So white plays this because he thinks he needs to make territory probably and stop black's group from expanding. But I'd say, as you would know if you've been watching my episodes, A is still weak, B's still weak. This is actually not alive, which makes me realize that this move over here, this one to link back up, was super important. Honestly, that's the whole game. But yeah, at this point, if you're white, once the black does that, you really just need to figure out a way to make one of your groups living. You can't, you're in problems. Where would I play? I'd probably play. This one seems important because once this gets living, this has to run out, and this can run out with it. Because if you do this, and so let's see, if white blocks here, black jumps, then white has to go here right into black's territory. Whereas if white, let's say, jumps out here. Let's say like something like this. If white gets out like this way, if black comes out, you can stop him. And if black comes out this way, white just goes with. And then this one's in a healthier spot. And then yeah, black's not going to counterattack somewhere here to push white this way because that's not comfortable for black. So anyways, just something to think about. This Tanuki here is very bad. As always, just pay attention to it when you have a weak group. Let's see. So yeah, the biggest thing about this is I don't know why black's eking long. Black probably is thinking that he's attacking white, but black still hasn't taken care of his weak group. This is strong enough. It should live, honestly. Black should probably just make this living and then let white figure himself out. But who knows? Let's see. Yeah, so here, obviously this group's alive. So it doesn't need this move. Black should take care of his own group right here. Honestly, this is probably the most important move. You could probably start with a peep, because you can get away with this and then do that. And then where's white going to run, right? So this is another big mistake by black. Atari, whatever. You're just fighting over nothing. Yeah, no one cares about this group. This is hilarious. You should care if you're either of these people. Also, yeah, their time has not gone down by much, so they're not thinking about these moves properly. Honestly, white might be able to Tanuki here. How bad is this? Atari? Okay, so that maybe not. Actually, wait. White Tanukis and black plays here. It's still 2-on-2, so Atari, you could probably live here, right? Yeah, you'll live here. Just Tanuki. But yeah, that's both sides' problems. At this point, it's not interesting. Let's see if anything happens crazy where a counterattack happens. A co happens. Okay, this is just ridiculous. Alright, any more study for this is not going to be productive. Let's start from the beginning and let's just hit the major points again. Obviously, I don't like this. As I said, just take care of your own group, man. Just get strong. This pincer is just it. While I understand why you think, oh, it's weak, a player might think, well, I'm strong here, and then if I do this, he'll be weak. But you're not strong enough, and you're not gaining much out of this attack. Can't think of it as killing. You have to think of it as attack. What are you gaining in what direction? If you do this is still an attack on this group, and you're gaining the corner, and you're still gaining shape, right? Because you could do this. That's an easy way of looking at it. And you still have the corner, so or the side. But anyways, that's problem number one. This just rushing into this pincer. And then this is gigantic problem number two. Just the same thing. Just take care of your own group. And you can see what black lost here. Anyways, problem for white is right here. Just being able to recognize linking up. Like I said, white's time with here was 27:55. Here was 50. He didn't spend the time to think about it. But maybe what happens, or at least what I've noticed with myself, is that my biggest problems in the game are when I say, I do this and I'll do this automatically. You need to stop doing that. Think about it with every move. So anyways, so they chase each other. Black tries a counterattack, and then black endangers their own group in the process. White gets out. Black gets safe, and then white doesn't take care of their own group here. Like I said, the two groups are A and C. B is also weak. So maybe, like I said, this is probably the best point. do this, maybe get safe with that type of move. And then now B is the one that needs to start running, and White might be able to take advantage of that. After that, it's just a long chase, and it's aimless chase, right? This is also a mistake by Black. He's safe now, so take care of this group. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Just a few simple things, thinking about time management, and then, like always, just strong and weak groups. Until the next episode, take care, guys.